Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, I will be doing a chapter in geography of Standard 7 Maharashtra Board. Our topic for today is air pressure. Now, here are two balloons tied at the ends of a stick. What can we see? We see that the stick remains horizontal. Now, what we will do is, we will take out the air of one balloon. Now what can we see? What is the position of the stick? Yes, the stick has now been tilted. And why did this happen? This is because, just like other objects, air also has weight, and so it exerts pressure at its surface. Here are certain facts about air pressure. The first one, air pressure is not uniform on all places on the Earth's surface. It means that air pressure is not same but is different at different places. The second one, air pressure keeps on changing from time to time. It means that air pressure is not constant. It changes time and again. The third one, the altitude of a region, temperature of the air, and amount of water vapor in the air are some factors influencing air pressure. Altitude means height, how high a region is from the Earth's surface. So it does influence, it has an effect on air pressure. When we talk about the air that we breathe, there is not only oxygen that is filled in the air, but there are so many heavy gases. Then there is water vapor and also dust in the air, which gives air its weight. All these proportions are higher in quantity in the air that is closer to the earth. This proportion decreases with increasing altitude. As one moves higher and higher from the surface of the earth, the air becomes thinner and thinner. As a result, the air pressure decreases with increasing altitude. Now if we take a flying lantern and tie about 5 cm thread to it and light the candle placed in the flying lantern, what will happen to the lantern? The flying lantern will start ascending immediately after the candle was lit. And why would this happen? This is because when the candle was lit, the air in it got heated. Now, air, when heated, begins to expand. It becomes lighter and then starts to move up. This is one of the properties of air. Therefore, the lantern also got lifted up towards the sky. Temperature and air pressure are closely related. Wherever the temperature is high, the air pressure is low. As the temperature rises, the air gets heated, expands and becomes lighter. This lighter air in the vicinity of the Earth's surface starts moving up towards the sky. As a result, the air pressure in such areas decreases. Now temperature zone and pressure belts are interrelated. On the left hand, we have the picture of temperature zones. Each of these zones are named as they have been segregated according to their latitudinal extent. Example, the frigid zone extends from 66 degrees and 30 inches to 90 degrees in the North and South Pole. Similarly, on the right hand, we have the picture of the pressure belts. But here the extent of these belts are not as large as the temperature zones, as their latitudinal extent is of about 10 degrees. So the distribution of temperatures is not even throughout the globe. And because of this, the air pressure throughout the globe gets distributed. This leads to the formation of low and high pressure belts horizontally between the equator and the poles. Now, let us observe this diagram and answer the following question. Which pressure belt is mainly found in the tropics? Now, for those who do not know where the tropics lie, let us see the following diagram. Here you can see that the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn lie near the equator. Now observe the diagram of the pressure belts. Near the equator, we have the pressure belt as equatorial low pressure belt. So the answer to this question is equatorial low pressure belt. The next question, with which pressure belt are the polar winds associated? In which temperature zone are they observed? Now looking at the diagrams, locate the polar regions. You can find them at the extreme north and south poles of the earth. So which pressure belt are they associated with? They are associated with polar high pressure belt and subpolar low pressure belt. Now look at the diagram of the temperate zone and see where these belts occur. Yes, they occur in the frigid zone. So the answer is the polar winds are associated with polar high pressure belt and subpolar low pressure belt. It is observed in the frigid zone. The next question. What could be the reason behind a low pressure belt in the tropics? A low pressure belt is formed in the tropics as the temperature is high. And why is the temperature high here? This is because this region of the earth receives perpendicular sun's rays. So the air here is heated naturally. Temperature and air pressure are closely related. Wherever the temperature is high, the air pressure is low. As the temperature rises, the air gets heated, expands and becomes lighter. So the answer is a low pressure belt is formed in the tropics as the temperature is high. Temperature and air pressure are closely related. Wherever the temperature is high, the air pressure is low. As the temperature rises, the air gets heated, expands and becomes lighter. The next question. With which pressure belts are the winds in the temperate zone associated? Now if you observe both the diagrams, we can see that the winds in the temperate zone are associated with mid-latitudinal high pressure belt. Hence, the answer to this question is the winds in the temperate zone are associated with mid-latitudinal high pressure belt. The last question, write the latitudinal extent of the low pressure belts. The latitudinal extent of equatorial low pressure belt is between 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south parallel, and the latitudinal extent of the subpolar low pressure belt is between 55 degrees and 65 degrees parallel in both the hemispheres. Now let us learn about the pressure belts on the Earth's surface. The sun rays can be perpendicular between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So the temperature is higher in this region. Hence air in this region gets heated, expands, becomes lighter and moves towards the sky. As this process operates continuously, a low pressure belt gets formed in the central part of this region between the parallels 5 degree north and 5 degree south. The heated air becomes lighter and starts ascending, and after reaching higher altitudes moves towards the polar regions, that is towards the north and the south pole. Due to low temperatures at higher altitudes, the air cools down and becomes heavier. This heavier air descends down in both the hemispheres in the regions between 25 degree and 35 degree parallel. This leads to the formation of high pressure belts in these parallels of latitudes in both the hemispheres. This air is dry, hence the region does not get rainfall. Consequently, most of the hot deserts on the earth are found in these regions. Due to the earth's curvature, the area between two parallels gets reduced as we move towards the poles. This results in lesser friction of the air with the earth's surface. Air in this region is thrown out because of this reduced friction and also because of the Earth's rotational motion. This leads to the development of a low pressure belt. This condition is observed in the area between 55 degree and 65 degree parallel in both the hemispheres. In both the polar regions, the temperature here is below 0 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Hence, here the air is cold. As a result, a high pressure belt gets formed. These are called polar high pressure belts. They generally occupy the area between 80 degree and 90 degree parallel in both the hemispheres. The duration and intensity of the sun's rays vary during particular periods of the year in both the hemispheres. As a result, the locations of the temperature zones and the pressure belts dependent on the sun's heat also vary. This change happens of about 5 degree to 7 degree towards north in the Uttarayan and 5 degree to 7 degree south in the Dakshinayan. This change in the pressure belts is called shifting or oscillation of pressure belts. Isobars. The line that joins the places of equal pressure on the map is called an isobar. These are used to observe atmospheric pressure changes over an area and to make predictions concerning the flow of wind. Since air pressure is measured in units of millibars, an instrument known as the barometer is used. The barometer measures air pressure at the surface of the earth. Air exerts pressure on everything and everyone, including us. With this, we come to an end of learning an amazing topic such as the air pressure. Thank you for watching.